And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, my YouTube friends, your subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. You guys already know what time it is. Let's get it. Be positive. Let me say it one more time. Be positive. Which means whatever you're doing, make sure you do it with a positive vibe. Anything that you're doing. Because the moment you have that negative thought in your mind, you will eventually fail yourself. You fail yourself even before you get a chance to try. Because it's so easy for everybody to think negative. Because whenever we're doing something, it's more, we focus more on what all the bad stuff that we think may happen. You ever notice when you're doing something, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh, what if I don't get this, or what if I don't get that? No. Put that to the side. You will eventually fail yourself before you get to try. When you wake up in the morning, you got to tell yourself, today's going to be a good day. I'm going to achieve something today. Like, my dream is in the process. That's what you got to tell yourself every day you wake up. And your day will go a lot better. The moment you wake up and you're like, my bills are pending, I got this. Bruh, listen. Be positive in anything that you're doing. If you fail, then that's okay. But you want to make sure when you do something, you do it with a positive mindset, which means you do it like you have the mindset that you went in to win, not to lose. Because the moment you have doubts within yourself, you give yourself closure before you do something. If you know what I mean. So you got to be positive. You got to have that positive mindset where anything you're doing, focus on the positive side, not the negative side, not what may happen if you don't get. Because like I said before, all you're doing is giving yourself closure. Let's say you're going to go get a job. Then you went there and then you're like, you know what? If I don't get the job, then it's okay. No, don't think like that. Because you gave yourself closure. All you did right there in that moment was like, okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get a job. But, the key word, but if I don't get it, then something else. No. You fail yourself right then and there. You gotta have that positive mindset. When you wake up in the morning, you look at the positive side of everything. Because trust me, once that negative thoughts start to serve through your brain, you lose every time. You will look at everybody that's failing. All they did was fail themselves before they get a chance to try. Because their brain have a bunch of negative thoughts in there, and then they're like, okay, but if I don't get it, no. Why are you looking on the negative side of everything? If there's a positive, if you can look at the negative side of everything, then there has to be a positive. Because you can't have wrong without right. You can't have negative without positive. So why are you focused more on what may happen if, keyword, you don't get it? Instead of saying, you know what? I'm going to go give it my all. It's better you give your all and your all wasn't good enough, or your best wasn't good enough. You did the best that you could, but your best is not good enough. Instead of you went in failing yourself already without even noticing it, and you already gave yourself closure. No, don't do that. Don't do it. What? No. Nonsense. Be positive in anything that you're doing. You're gonna go get a driver's license. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna go give it my best. Instead of saying that, what you said is, oh, bruh, I'm gonna be nervous, but if I don't get it, I can always do it again next week. You will eventually go in, because let me tell you something. The brain is a very powerful thing. So from you fail yourself even before you get a chance to do it, you'll eventually fail yourself when you go for your road test. You didn't know? Well, now you know. That's why a lot of people are not getting nowhere, because they fail themselves before they get a chance to try. That's why most times people refuse to try and they refuse to make the step forward, because they already failed themselves. Notice, they always have something to say, oh, but this, or if. No but and no if. You should say, you know what? I want this and I'm gonna get it. Look at all the positive side of things. That's like saying that's like saying you don't want to work but you want the money. So getting the money is a positive side, but to work That's a negative side, in your opinion. No, life don't work like that, my friend. Whatever you're doing, look at the positive side. And let me say it one more time. If you look at the negative side of everything that you're doing, you eventually fail yourself before you get a chance to try. Because the moment you start having doubts within yourself, then that means you're not confident in within yourself. So if you're not confident within yourself, then you don't believe that you can do it. And from you don't believe that you can do it, you fail yourself right then and there before you even went in and did it physically. Now, when you do it physically, you don't feel as bad because you already failed yourself. So you went in, then you came back out, then everyone's like, did you get it? You're like, it's okay. I'll do it next week. You failed yourself already. That's what, you know what? That's how people are. Whenever they attempt to do something, they fail themselves just so if they fail, no, when they fail, they don't feel as bad. But if they do something, when they fail themselves and they go to do something and they get it, then they feel a lot better. No, notice when you go for your driver's license and you're not sure if you may pass, and then in your head you're like, oh, I'm nervous and this and this and that, and all these negative thoughts going through your brain. If the driver instructor said, you know what, you pass, then that's a good feeling because you weren't prepared to pass. It wasn't in your mind to say, okay, I will pass, because you failed yourself already. Why does it feel a lot better when you achieve something more than failing? Because you didn't expect to pass. You didn't expect to achieve it. So that hits different. That's why you're surprised. That's why you got butterflies in your stomach, because you were not expecting it. You were expecting to fail. Bruh, be positive in anything that you're doing. If you're going to start a career, be positive. Do not let nobody lead you astray. Do not let nobody bring their negative vibe around you. Be positive. Bruh, I'm telling you, because there will be some people with negative things all in your ear. Blah, 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 blah. Trust me. Oh, you can't do this. Oh, don't do this. Oh, blah, 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 blah. No. Trust me. Be positive and block out all negative energy, because there will be people with negative energy coming around you to try to drain you. You don't need all that negative energy and negative vibe around you, because you know what negative vibe, all it does is like drain you. You never notice when you're trying to do something and then you got somebody saying something negative or saying something bad, how exhausted it is? No, come on, bro. Be positive. Look at all the positive side of everything. And do not listen to nobody telling you no negative thing. If you feel like you can do something, do it. If you sit down and you look within yourself and you're like, you know what? I'm strong at these stuff. I can do this and I can do that. Why are you listening to somebody else telling you a bunch of negative stuff or bringing bad vibe around you, trying to drain you? You know how exhausting it is to be around somebody that's like, it's like you're arguing back and forth. It's like a positive charge and a negative charge clashing back and forth. Because you're trying to look at the positive side of things. That's like you getting up and you're like, you know what? I don't want to be broke anymore. I want to get some money. I want to pursue my dream. I want to start a career. I want to do something. And then you have to be arguing with somebody that's telling you can't do it. You shouldn't be arguing with them. You know why? Because you know what you can do and you know what you can't do. So if you ask me, there's absolutely no reason for you to be sitting down arguing with somebody, telling them that you're qualified for it. That, oh, I know what I'm doing. You shouldn't be in that position. That's a negative person coming around you trying to drain your energy so you don't move forward without them. You got to be positive in anything that you do. Let me tell you something. When you wake up first thing in the morning, your brain is at its strongest when you first wake up from a good night's sleep. You know what I say, from a good night's sleep? Because like I said in my other videos, if you wake up tired and your brain wasn't rested, that's a different story. But when you wake up first thing, your brain is at its peak. So when you first wake up and then you look at, oh, I got my bills brought forward, I'm laying on rent, my car payment is due, I need gas. When you look at all those stuff when you first wake up, you're going to be mentally drained for the rest of the day, because all the brain cells running through your brain, you use that to look at the negative side of everything. When you wake up, you better tell yourself, you know what? Today's going to be a happy day. Today's going to be a good day. Today's going to be a productive day. I'm going to make some money today. I'm going to win today. Because that's how I look at stuff. I worry about everything else later down the line. That's how you know. That's how people, like, you can't wake up with a bad day. I've heard a lot of people, oh, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's garbage. You can't wake up from a good night's sleep and you're already miserable. You know why you woke up miserable? Like I just said, all those negative thoughts was running through your brain when you first wake up. So from you first wake up and you have all those stuffs in your mind, your brain is, remember, you first wake up, when you wake up, all the blood in your body rushes to the brain. That's why most time if you wake up with problems or something, you wake up, you have a migraine. Because when you wake up, first wake up from a good night's sleep, all the blood rushes to the brain. That's why if somebody wake you up, like say in the middle of your sleep and give you a bad news, you got a headache for the rest of the day, for the whole day. Because when you wake up, all the blood rushes to your brain, as I said, and then you're trying to process everything right away as soon as you get up. So the brain is working more than how it should be because, you just wake up. So you need time to like get yourself together when you first wake up. I have made a video focus more on this. I'm not going to stay on this topic because I've noticed what I'm saying is like something similar to what I've said in that video. But I'm not going to focus more on that. But when you first wake up, that's how you should do. Look at the positive side of everything. The moment you start thinking about all the problems that you have, you literally make your day. That's a brand new day. It's like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. And you already have all this problem. That whole day from 8 o'clock right back to 9 o'clock p.m. is going to be a disaster. Because you woke up with a bunch of negative thoughts running through your brain. And you're wondering why your days are like a shitstorm. You're wondering why. And then when you're miserable, then you go around people and everything everybody else says affecting you. It wasn't affecting you yesterday when you were happy, but it's affecting you today. Bro, you got to be positive. Anything that you're doing, be positive. Look at the positive side of everything. When you wake up, think positive. I'm telling you this. Think positive. A lot of people that know me personally always say I look like I don't have problems or I look like I don't stress. I'm not saying I don't stress. Yeah, I think I don't stress. Well, I have problems the same like everybody else. But the difference is how you deal with it. You can't be beating yourself up and crying and running all over the place and jumping all over the place and arguing with everybody. That's not fixing your problem. You got to look at the positive side of everything. Everything that you're doing. If you're going to start something or start a business, you tell yourself, you know what? I don't care about all the problems or all the negative side because, like I said, if you're doing something and you're focusing on the good, there will be some bad stuff because you can't have good without bad. But the bad comes with the good. So which means if you're doing something positive, there will be negative stuff on the side there. But the only way you can progress is by focusing on the positive. You got to look at the positive like, you know what? This is what I want. This is like saying you want to save 10 grand. And then you're like, you know what? I want to save 10 grand. You go get a job. Boom, you got a job. Then you start working and working and working. You're saving. And when you're at 7 grand, you're like, you know what? I need a car. That car is like a second or a third hand car. It costs like 7 or 8 grand. So you're like, oh, I got 7. You work, you got 8 grand. You buy the car. You're close to 10. Then your bank account just took that big dip. Then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go save 10 grand again. Then you're like, I'm working. I want to take care of myself. I want to buy some shoes. I want to buy some fragrance. I want to buy a bedroom set. Then you start buying all this kind of stuff. You will never reach 10 grand. But the difference is you're focusing on the positive side of everything. Even though you don't got 10 grand in your account, the stuff that you're worth, like the stuff you have around you, are worth more than 10 grand. Because when you say you want to do something and you start aiming at it, you're gonna have different stuff. Because you would not say you want to buy clothes and shoes and all this kind of stuff if you didn't had the money. Like, it's hard to save 10 grand. How are you gonna look at 8 grand in your account and you see one shoes that you like that costs 200? You're gonna buy that shoes. Because me, I'm a sneakerhead, so I would buy that shoes. I'm not saying will buy that shoes. Would sound like contemplating. I will buy it. So you gotta think positive. Because like I just said, If you're aiming to save 10 grand, I'm not saying those stuff are negative, but what it really doing is like stopping you from saving 10 grand because you want something else. So when you're aiming after something, there will be stuff on the side. So you got to brace yourself and prepare, and you got to charge head on. And then on top of that, you got to watch out for people coming around you with negative vibes. Bro, I hate nobody that's like full with negativity. They always have something negative to say. Those are the type of people that I hate. Because if you're trying to do something, why are you coming with a bunch of negative stuff? Like the only thing you can think about are negative stuff. Like if I come here and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go get it abroad. Don't get it. That job is paying you this and this and that, and then no, bro. All somebody with negative thoughts is doing is trying to fill you up with doubts. Because they can't do it, so they're gonna assume right away that you can't do it. You're not qualified to do it. So even if you're trying to be positive, you gotta be like extremely strong mind to block out negativity. Because I'm the type of guy. I can block out negativity. I know bullshit when I hear bullshit. So I'm the type of guy. If I hear it, I block it out because I know, because I can hear it. So if I get up and I'm like, you know what, I want to do this, and somebody's like, oh, but this and different. The moment they say if, but, or maybe, those three words indicate that you're preparing to fail, or you're trying to say, oh, don't do it because of this and because of that. Like people will literally come around you knowing full well that you're aiming after something or you're trying to do something and you have a positive mindset that you're going in to win, and then they're trying to bring all these negative stuff. And they, trust me, they will sit you down and tell you all these negative things that you do not want to hear. So you got to be, number one, you got to be positive in whatever you're doing. And number two, you got to be extremely strong mind to block out nonsense. Because not everybody can do it. I've seen a lot of people say, get up and they're trying to do something. And then they're on the verge. And then the moment you start moving forward, and then all of a sudden you got different people trying to come around you. They fill you up with a bunch of negativity and nonsense and garbage. And all of a sudden they fall off because they're not mentally strong. I've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. You got to be positive, and you got to have you got to be strong mentally. Because when you're there trying to figure stuff out, there will be absolutely nobody there when you're trying to figure it out. Because nobody want to help you figure it out. But when you get up and you're like, you know what? I know what I want. I know how I want to live my life. And I'm going to aim after the lifestyle that I desire. The moment you tell yourself that and you're trying to move forward, you're going to have people coming around you. Some trying to use you, some trying to manipulate you, some trying to tell you you can't do it. You're going to have a bunch of people coming around you. You have to be mentally strong to block out all that nonsense. Because for me, I think it's unfair for you to get up and you want to do something, and then I'm going to come to you and tell you, oh, don't do that because you can't do it. How do I know if you can or can't do it? You know what I mean? But there will be people coming around you with a bunch of negativities. I'm telling you. That's just how they are. They can't help themselves. Because nobody thinks negative more than a person that have too much time on their hands and they're doing absolutely nothing with their life. So if a person is doing absolutely nothing with their life, all they have to do is sit down and think about negative stuff. Oh, don't go get a job because you won't be hired. Oh, don't save no money so you can't buy sneakers. Oh, you want a car? Oh, how you gonna get a car? You ain't got a job. You go get a job. Oh, where you gonna get a job? You can't even save $2,000 to buy that. They're gonna be all those people coming around you, and you have to be mentally strong because they will drain your energy. How much time have you put yourself around people like you argue with them back and forth till you're mentally drained because you're trying to convince them that you know what you're doing? How much time have you been in that position? If you're not in that position, that's probably because you didn't take the step forward to say you're trying to do something with yourself. But if you're one of the few that you decided that you want to not be broke and you want to get up and do something with your life, how much time have you argued with people over and over and over and over and over trying to convince them that you know exactly what you're doing? How much time? I guarantee you it's not one, it's not three, nor 5 times. Because when you get up and you're trying to do something, you have to be consistently arguing with them. Oh, Don't tell me I can't do it. Oh, why do you think? How much time have you been in that position? Because I'm talking from experience. The difference between me is I don't listen to nothing or nobody. If I think I can do it, why would I listen to somebody else tell me I can't do it? They're not me. So why are you listening to somebody else telling you you can't do something? They're not you. They don't know what you can do. They don't know what you like. They don't know what you're interested in. So how are they going to tell you you can't do it? If you understand what I'm saying. You shouldn't make nobody come to you with no negative stuff and telling you you can't do something. If you strongly believe that you can do it, why are you? And then most times some of you guys are like, oh yeah, I can't do it. Easily influenced. Some people only come with you with negative stuff only because they want to keep you on the same level as them. They don't want you to progress. They want to keep you on the same level as them. There's more people like that than people that are actually doing something with themselves. Because one that's actually doing something with themselves are more strong mind. So what I mean by that is they not say don't listen to nobody, but they have strong beliefs of their ability. Because if I strongly believe I can do something, why would I make you tell me I can't do it? If I know for a fact I can run on a treadmill for 30 minutes straight with one speed and hold my speed for 30 minutes, why would I let you tell me I can't do it when I'm in the gym 2 times a week doing it? If I know how to edit my videos, why would I make you come and tell me I can't do it? See what I'm saying? So there will be people trying to come tell you you can't do it. People only tell you something because they look within themselves and know that they themselves can't do it. Then they're trying to feed you to tell you you can't do it. So it's up to you whether you want to believe. You gotta have a positive mindset. Whatever you do, be positive. And let me say it one more time before I end this video. The moment you have negative doubts, negative thoughts in your mind, you eventually fail yourself even before you get a chance to try. I'm telling you, my friend. Look. If you think I'm wrong or I'm lying, every time you attempt to do something, you have doubts in your mind and you fail. When you fail, you didn't feel as bad. Why? Because you already gave yourself closure. But when you achieve it, then you feel a lot better. The world feels lighter because you didn't expect to pass. You didn't expect to win. You go get a job, you're not qualified for a job, but you went in anyway. You're hoping they don't hire you, but when they say, oh, you're hired, it's like, oh, I'm hired? You yourself are even surprised because you went in, already failed yourself. But when you win, then it's a surprise. Gotta be positive, man. Everything is up here. Everything have to do with your mindset. Everything. Do not give yourself closure before you get a chance to try. Do not fail yourself before you get a chance to try. I'm telling you. Be positive in whatever you're doing. I don't care what it is. I don't care what you're aiming for. I don't care what your goal, dream, and career is. Whatever it is, be positive. Look at the positive side of everything that you're aiming for. And block out nonsense. When the negative people start coming in and start swooping and trying to tell you everything, you block it out. You tell them, get the hell up on my way, bro. Don't stand up in my way. That's just how it is. So I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Remember to be positive, be positive, be positive. So thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.